Hello, I'm Captain Vile. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. Now, we are mid-trial. It might not look like it, but we are, so trust me. Anywho, so now we've proven that Edgeworth didn't kill the guy on the boat, but now we have to prove that Edgeworth didn't kill his dad 15 years ago. So let's do that. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me. Right. Alright. December 20th, Producer's Courtroom. Alright, we're back at it again. Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DLC sentence runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections? Nope. No, Your Honor. VonKarma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. I do believe. No, I not do believe. This is absolutely the finale of the game. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? I hope it's more than like half an hour.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
I was gonna say prosecution, because yeah. Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
Well, when Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed that one detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, if only I can get it to work. Please, please. The testimony. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. And as we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted him to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. But until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Ha! The same claim Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm ready. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. Cool. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yadi Yogi. We were fine at first. Then time passed, no one came to help. Father and Mr. Yogi began to lose their composure and argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared and trembling in the corner. But then... Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. Hold on a moment. That's just every single sentence. What was it? A pistol. I assumed it was the bailiff, Yadi Yogi. The safety must have come up when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. Yogi wanted him to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? Presumably. I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked.
So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot on the screen. The gun fired once. Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream, remember to this day. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what that means. Better find out quick. Clearly contradicts the evidence. Okay, so it's the scream. Now, what's this evidence we see here, huh? Scene of the murder, still bears clearly ballistic markings. DL6 incident. No clues were found. Murder weapon was fired twice. Wait, hang on. Defense attorney trapped in elevator. The murder weapon was fired twice. Ah, I see. So it was not, in fact, the scream. There was a single gunshot. Alright. My mistake. This. Present. Here we are. Arshigal heard one gunshot. Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the gunshot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles' testimony? It's the second one, right? I'm just gonna check to be sure. Scene. Murder weapon fired by... Yeah, the second one. Victim data. Look at the page victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet, the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was an accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time, not intentionally. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired something to do with the case? I do have a bullet that VonKarma does not know about. So, yes. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. VonKarma, shade your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol was related to this incident? And wabam! Mr. Wright, please think how we feel about having to look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us ridiculous evidence, I feel, well, mocked.
I don't mean any harm by it, Your Honor.
Not meaning any harm, and not doing any harm are two different things, Mr. Wright. Try again, Mr. Wright.
Okay.
Well, about that. Nope. No, I do not. Clear ballistic markings. I don't. That was my evidence that VonKarma didn't know about. Well. Now we just kind of go at random. And I guessed correctly on the second try. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. Ah, I see the... I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photograph proves 2 shots were fired? Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue.
Right there. So judge the contradiction in the photo. Whoop-a-doo. As it should be obvious, the contradiction is here. Moron. You're moroner. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot fired from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Oh, order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went through Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could have done someone else be? The murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
Okay. Case summary. That's on page 1.
Look what is written here. Not a single clue was found at the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist.
Well, this bullet hole exists, man.
The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Well, what happened then, huh? Order. I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. VonKarma says, second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
Why not discount his claim? I gotta jump through all these damn hoops. What's his proof that... Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I already said it when he was talking about we have no proof that there even is a second bullet. When he was like, oh, well, what caused the bullet hole? I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
How did this happen? I don't believe the second bullet doesn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong.
Nick,
the second bullet wasn't there, and all my conjectures were for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think because that's simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick.
Well, it seems we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before pressing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No, I do not.
So you killed your father? Though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed, VonKarma, yeah. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. Just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? save. Just to be safe. Even though I'm obviously going to be like, I have an objection, Your Honor. Your Honor? Your Honor, I object.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Nick? I don't know. This case is perfect. It's not. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet.
Mia? What?
What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. Your Honor, I'm being haunted. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? But we've just had proof it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. There is some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet. The murderer had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it.
Bah! What possible reason could they have had?
Cover up evidence? Well, the reason that the murderer took a bullet away from the scene of crime is... the bullet would be proof? Or maybe they thought that bullet would be used as proof. Proof? That was a special bullet, so they took it with them.
If that is the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside of Gregory as well.
Huh?
Why would they only take one bullet from 2 shots fired?
Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? We won't have to penalize you. Oh, shut up. Yeah, this isn't going so well. Was there some pressing need? The murderer... the murderer had to find it. I'm still sticking with you to find it. They were cautious. Well, the murderer was very cautious, sort you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet. And then he's gonna cause some crap. And it's the same objection, which does stand, actually. Okay, hang on. Can I, like, load... What's my most recent... I guess this one. Wait, how far back is this? Oh, God. Alright, we're gonna have to skip through this. I object, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, give me a second here, everyone. I mean, it is my fault for not saving. I gotta save like every decision instead of just have like the really, really pressing ones. Wouldn't have to go through all that jazz again if I just done it. The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have to spend the time to look for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, wouldn't you take it with you? Wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head. What if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. At the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it worked, yes. There's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yeti Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. Two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. Pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy lost consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the man inside. It is a pretty rare, like, what are the odds of a gun being thrown at random and discharging and then going straight into someone's heart, not just like their lung or something? Mr. Wright, you truly are the most unpredictable fencer I've ever known. Thank you. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it!
No one involved innocent was wounded.
There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
I just thought of something. Really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth did a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Mr. VonKarma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for a man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecutor.
What if Mr. VonKarma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it can only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was VonKarma. Oh, man.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Should I say it right now? Save. Day 8. Save it for a better time. I don't have the proof yet. This is my trump card. I better save it for the right time. Mr. Wright, something the matter?
I'm fine, Your Honor. Shall we carry on with the trial, then? That said, we have no further to go. All that is left is the finish. In other words, the verdict. What? Not yet. Think, Mr. Wright. You have said that someone from the outside was the murderer. Yet you cannot suggest anyone as a possible suspect. Which means your conjecture is worthless. And will be rejected, of course.
Nick! Now's no time to be holding that trump card. The trial's almost over. Alright, I may not know what I'm doing here, but here goes. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
What?
Vile? And I didn't do it.
VonKarma! VonKarma? Well, you mean the VonKarma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there?
Bah!
You don't object?
I see no need why. Honor this ridiculous outburst of my objection.
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no. Where did I go? Under the knife at Mr. Wright. Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Nick! Let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use.
Last day. Edgeworth? I know VonKarma, perhaps too well. He's too perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. I could leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did VonKarma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
No.
It's still in you. You didn't take it out.
It was impossible to find the doctor who operated on this VonKarma now, even if VonKarma did undergo surgery. Just don't tell anyone that you were shot.
It seems you have finally come to your senses. You've realized the truth. You can't prove something that didn't happen.
Nick. The court record. There must be something. The court record? What could be in there? Yeah, there's no time. I better think as I go. Alright, VonKarma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know you like it so much. But, what? The evidence that proves VonKarma was shot is... the court record. Autopsy. Well, I don't really know. So let's just... okay, escape. Nope, I can't save. It's all in. Exhibit A. Bullet found in victim's body. Match weapon barrel. Okay, I got no idea. Oxygen. Edgeworth. Fire twice. Court bailiff. Trapped in the elevator. Action. I don't know. I got no clue. What exactly is that? No, sorry.
Judge, if you would.
Right, penalty. I'm really not sure I managed to make it this far, Mr. Wright. Please reconsider your evidence. Yeah, okay. Okay, now I can save. And now I can make as many mistakes as I want. The evidence proves VonKarma's shot is this gun. Exactly. Okay, never mind. Yes, Your Honor. This bullet. I don't know. This picture. Wait a minute. I said it's still in him. Metal detector! VonKarma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving evidence trail. So then, I ask, where's that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that VonKarma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There's a possibility that the bullet is still inside VonKarma. I said that a little while ago. I figured it out before the game did, haha. Is that even possible? For all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. Could we use this metal detector? Well, VonKarma, I'm going to run this over to you and see what we find.
I refuse!
You refuse? But refusing this means... you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order! 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 Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension on this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations run out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. VonKarma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. It reacted. Something's in his right shoulder. The bullet! Mr. VonKarma. You. It was you.
I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. It's from the war, you know. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
But Mr. VonKarma, can you prove that?
Prove?
Yeah, what? Pull from the court record, please.
I have no obligation to prove anything. Oh, Gee, must be nice to not have any obligation to prove anything, VonKarma. I sure would like to know what that feels like. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I.
Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove the bullet in VonKarma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
Because you took all of it out of the court record yesterday.
And tased me. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. VonKarma.
What?
You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Okay, I can't say it, but I mean it's this one, right? Ballistic markings. That's a bullet?
Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All the bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique fingerprint. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. VonKarma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. VonKarma, you will let us remove that bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic marking to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. VonKarma? It's just throwing a tantrum now. Your Honor, hold him in contempt of court. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet, you're not making this even easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. I think that was similar to the one I did earlier. It's the scream I've heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. VonKarma! It was you who screamed! No, what are you talking about? Mr. VonKarma? Only there. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. 15 years earlier. One moment. I just let me have a drink of water after that. Okay.
Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry.
VonKarma, it's not like you to make this kind of error.
I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth?
It was a shock like none I had ever known.
Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button and nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew it then. It was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who shot him. Later, he spoke through the medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge?
What?
What are you doing? Do your job and bring an end to this miserable charade. Now! End it!
Okay, his voice kind of changed a little, my mistake. But whatever, I strained at doing this screaming. Very well. VonKarma, you're going to prison. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Okay, so are we just letting VonKarma off the hook, or what? None is all. This court is
Hey, wait a minute!
December 28th.
Hold on now! Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? VonKarma looks even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Yeah, we're pretty close, though. I'm sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time, myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Alright.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see.
You can also try writing me a check for $5,000 because this was not free, buddy.
Thank you. Right. You're welcome?
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry. I'm not good at that sort of thing.
You had a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Wow. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see.
Ooh!
I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take a little time. We'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all. Lana. Y'all are great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in a cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lana? Oh, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up on trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Is that the hot dog guy from the park? Oh, wow, Butts is here. It's over, Nick. My life is over. Your girlfriend cheated on you again? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Cayenne, so she's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick? She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yeah, Wedgie, there you are. I'm surprised she didn't get murdered or something. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you should come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When it says that treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think they'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That's envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Oh, yeah, give it over. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38. Okay, maybe add 2 more zeros to that. Huh? What a weird amount. It's not at all little. Oh, 38 because your lunch money. Not a little amount, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly. Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth? It was, Larry! 38. No. No! Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyway. And he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, she may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. Yeah, we know what the saying was. When something smells, it's just good. I know. I said that saying. Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. I think the statute of limitations has run out on Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, that's hilarious. I'd say so, yes. Yeah, you would say so. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and to get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. And if I was not, I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor and punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have just become a defense attorney, after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch right? Hey, y'all. Line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time. Let's go. And after all that dinner, then a dinner on me. Okay, so, VonKarma's going to prison, right? That Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself is still in detention. December 29th, Ravencold offices. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. Not anything. I'm a super medium training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Okay. Bye. Goodbye? What time is it? You said it was 5. Yeah. The first train from the mountains have already left. To the station. Alrighty. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya. So, you're leaving? Yeah. I'm tired of being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me. Yeah, I will. You wasting all my damn money. I'll do just fine. Be good, okay? Yeah, this is gonna be like the first month we're not struggling to pay for the office. Never mind. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without you, your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard Leah's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voices, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped Mr. Grossberg and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped VonKarma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around on a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Huh? Sorry, Nick, I guess I don't understand. Uh-oh. That's okay. You don't have to cheer me up. But one day I'll come back and be useful, I promise. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. I did that in her voice, but whatever. Yeah, okay, bye. Get out! Thanks, Nick. Mm-hmm. No problem. But seriously, get out. So my story ends. Time to start a new page. And say goodbye to the novice attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Okay. No, since VonKarma's in prison, right? They never mentioned that. I guess we should... Is this part of it? Hey, Val, that's a cargo pleasant surprise. Ooh, Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Okay, I think this is just credits. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna get my answer to VonKarma being in prison through this. But at the same time, this is my chance to talk about the game. If you want to read what they're talking about, I'll just wait till VonKarma shows up. But anyway, that was Ace Attorney. Well, it's Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, but nevertheless. Quite a nice game. I was recommended this, oh hello Payne, I've not seen you in a while. I remember him. Heard you've been busy lately. I know not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows, so shut the hell up, Payne. You lost, loser. Okay, if he shows up, come on. Like, I know I keep harping on this, but he was quite literally found out of being a murderer. Oh, whatever. Who is asking all these questions? It's not like Phoenix. I'm taking over management. Yeah, that's wonderful, buddy. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna talk about the game, and someone in the comments can tell me if VonKarma gets, like, the electric chair or something. I wish he... I hope he doesn't. He's funny. Anywho. Quite a nice game. At, times, it's like you figure it out before the game. It gets annoying. Like, I was trying to figure out what the goddamn broken glass did in the first case, and it never brought up until, like, the last twist. So it does get a little annoying. All in all, it is fun. Nice investigative... Like, the cases, they get kind of long. Like, there's 4 cases, but this has been, like, 25 episodes. Something like that. I like the characters. I will say, I don't know if I'll play another of this game soon. because of, like, if you don't know, I was attempting to do a sorcery playthrough on the channel, but I just couldn't get through the game because it's entirely talking, and it was too much. Like, I got to part 3, but it was just way too much talking, and it was too hard to record. Even with drinks. I got through it here. Maybe I will give sorcery another go. Maybe. Don't count on that. But, like, I don't know. It's just a bit tough. I will be playing through the other 2 games, because, I mean, I bought the damn trilogy. Why the hell not? But not anytime soon. I did enjoy it. I liked the character names. That was a fun kind of mini game to, as soon as we meet a new person, trying to figure out, alright, what's the joke here? Sometimes it gets, like, told for you with the assistant just there. We find out her name's Penny, but we find out later her last name is Nichols, Penny, Nichols, da-da-da-da-da-da. Some characters I don't think have a joke name, like Cody. At least I wouldn't know. Oh well. Not much else to say. I mean, gameplay. I mean, the stories are fine, the mysteries are pretty creative. You just click. I just get to do a lot of voice acting. I don't get to do that too often. Oh well. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed Ace Attorney, and goodbye.